Three reasons why you should stop trying to fit in. Three reasons you should stop trying to fit in. In other words, I am saying stop trying to fit in now. And I'm going to give you reasons why you should stop trying to fit in now. My name is Shirley N. I am your inclusion specialist, the principal consultant at Taboshi Inclusive, a consulting company on general inclusion. We are based in Botswana, the most peaceful country, the whole wide world, Botswana, in Southern Africa. And I'm going to be sharing with you reasons you should stop trying to fit in. Hello and welcome to this beautiful video. I am so glad to be meeting you once again. Yeah, let me break it down for you. What do we mean by fitting in? Fitting in is trying to be normal. Yeah, it's trying to be normal. A lot of us find ourselves trying to be normal, trying to be like everybody else. That is what I meant by trying to fit in. And you know that when we reach poverty stage, or we reach the adolescent stage, normally we start trying to find ourselves. We start asking a lot of questions about ourselves. That is the normal thing. And that is the critical stage where now you want to know who you are, where you come from, and but at the same time, at that stage, you compare yourself a lot with others, and you wonder why you are not like this and that person, and there can be a lot of confusion at a particular stage, but it doesn't stop at that stage. We actually grow with that stage, and if you are not careful, you might find yourself growing up still comparing yourself, still trying to mimic other people, still trying to be, like all other people, so to say, trying to be normal. So it's not a bad thing that you are going through that thing. It's not a question that you are going through that particular phase. It's a phase that we all go through, and you have at some point to learn how to manage that particular stage, how to manage such battlefields, battles that you encounter about yourself and who you really are. So trying to fit in is trying to be normal, to be like how you perceive the world to be through other people, how you find most of your friends are. They might be in drugs, they might be starting to date, and then you suddenly want to start into that. Like I said, it's not a stage for teenagers only, it's a stage for everybody. We go that stage even as adults at different points. You find yourself trying, still trapped in that. It doesn't just go at when you reach poverty or when you reach adolescence. So in this video, it caters for everybody. It is a video that everyone can use at all age groups, and I'm happy to be given a video like that. So without much further ado, I'm gonna start straight into reasons why you should start fitting in. I hope I've given enough background, and as far as fitting in is concerned. And perhaps before I start on the reasons, I want to say that why do we want to give in? It's the pressure from the normal people, the so-called normal people are many around us. They call the shots. They determine, or because there are many, they are the majority. Usually they influence the way we think, with they influence our cultures, how we dress, how we eat, but don't forget that these people are us. The normal people are us, and it's me and you. And the reason why there are too many is because everybody wants to jump into that, and suddenly you find that there are a lot of people who are doing that particular thing, and it doesn't necessarily mean that that particular thing is good. It means that a lot of people are now beginning to do that particular thing, or they're beginning to act in that particular way. They're beginning to adopt that particular behavior. So, because a lot of people are going in that direction, we seem to be influenced. We feel the pressure around us, and suddenly we want to go in the same direction. It's like being in a place where people are drinking alcohol, and you find that you are the only one who's not taking alcohol. You might find yourself already taking alcohol because you feel, but I'm left alone. Nobody wants to be left alone. It's human that we want company, we want relationships, we want associations. So that is where the pressure comes from. The pressure comes from these internal need for that needs to be fulfilled, that emanates from us wanting to associate, to have relationship with other peoples, to cooperate with other people. So that is where, yeah, we have broken it down. Now it's at the level that you understand it. What is it all about, normal? It's all about numbers. Now, the first reason why I want you to stop trying to fit in is that, what are you trying to fit into? That thing that you are trying to fit in is a mirage, it's an illusion. This normal thing, it's all an illusion. It doesn't exist, so to speak. Normal can be anything at any time, depending on what the majority does or what the general population does. So, in that way, normal is a mirage. It's something, it's like chasing the moon, it's like chasing your shadow. So, what are you chasing by trying to be normal? You are chasing nothing at the end of the day. You realize that you are just chasing behind the wind, or you are chasing the wind. Can you really arrive there? So it means, if you take it the way I'm putting it, you will never arrive. In as far as trying to fit in is concerned, in as far as trying to be normal is concerned, you will never ever arrive there. You will never ever reach there. That is the first reason I want you to stop trying to. The second reason I want you to abandon this trying to fit normal thing is that normal does not mean right. By this I mean that a lot of people are doing something does not make it right. It doesn't necessarily mean that such a thing or such a behavior or such a trend is right. Normal is not equal to right. They are not the same. The mistake that we often make is that as long as a lot of people are doing something, as long as the majority agree to something or the majority does something, then it means that that particular thing is right. For instance, a lot of people might be attracted to a certain behavior just because maybe celebrities are doing that particular thing. But we know that celebrities are just ordinary people like us. They make a lot of mistakes, which they can change as time goes on. They can turn around and say, I am sorry, I was behaving like this, or I had a problem like this. And yet, a lot of people had followed that particular person started doing or behaving the way he was behaving. That a celebrity or that people are talking a certain language does not necessarily mean that it is the right thing. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you should follow suit. So if you are running behind fitting in, if you are trying by all means to be seen as normal, you don't want to differ with people around you, then you would end up doing what the majority does. And like I'm saying, when majority do something, it does not necessarily mean that that particular thing is the right thing. It does not mean that that particular thing it's a building thing. By right, I mean building. I mean improving someone's life. I mean it doesn't give fulfillment. That is what I mean in terms of right. So whether that people are doing a certain thing in many numbers does not necessarily mean that particular thing is right. And this is the reason why, the second reason why I want you to stop running behind trying to fit in, or running behind normal, trying to fit in, not trying to be like all other people, trying to please people around you, trying to associate with people, trying to do things that the majority do so that you can be seen to be normal, or trying, or you can be seen to be fitting in. Number three, the third reason why I want you to stop this thing, of chasing fitting in. The third reason I want you to stop and ditch this thing of trying to fit in is that it's not worth it. It is not worth your time. That is not worth your energy. That is not worth your resources. I told you in the second 2 points that trying to fit in is a mirage. This thing that we call normal is a mirage. And then secondly is that this thing is, it's not necessarily good or true. The third reason now is that it's not worth it. If you are chasing something that is a mirage, if you are chasing something that is not necessarily good, then it's not worth it. It is not worth it, the time you invest in it, the resources you invest in it, the energy you will invest in it. At the end of the day, trying to fit in will cause you lots of problems, especially when it comes to your self-esteem and confidence. It will tax you in terms of your happiness, in terms of fulfillment, in terms of knowing what you really are meant to do, or in terms of really finding your own purpose. That is what it is. It taxes you in a big way, and it's not worth it. Trying to fit it is not worth it. It is not worth it. It's not something that you should be investing so much time and energy and resources into, because it steals from you. It stops you and hinders you from realizing your purpose. It is an illusion. It is not real. So it is not worth it. I want you to look at these reasons. Pay attention to these reasons. And I know that it is not easy for somebody to stop trying to fit in just because Shelly Ann said you should stop trying to fit in. I know it's a task. It's a project. It's a big thing that might need a lot or take a lot from you. And I will take you through that. I'm here to take you through that. In the next videos, I'm going to take you through that step by step. For now, pay attention to these reasons. Press that button, subscribe to our channel, like our videos, share our videos, and stick close so that you don't lose on any of our upcoming updates. Even if you have been losing on our previous, when we look into the future, you should not miss any of our updates. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope it will help you a lot, and I am looking forward to staying with you and to see you next week.